be bandit or thief or grabber or snatcher or peeping Tom or whoever. Once you run afoul of the law and the community hold on to you, I believe they treat with you worse than even the police, you know. Because people are really genuinely fed up. Oh my goodness, the deal with that man Brutal and the wheelbarrow. I don't know if you saw the footage, it's all over social media. We dealt with it last night late in the news. We head to the back page. Let's treat with what's happening. Players demand force TNT's withdrawal from World Tourney, and that story here develops. On the football side of things, hard luck for Suriname. They lost yesterday to Bolivia 2-1, but Jamaica, they march on to next Tuesday's final inside this business end of World Cup qualifying, and they take on the Congo. So Jamaica won last evening, 1-0. They're still alive, 1 game to go. All they need to do is win, and they're off to the World Cup. So all the best to the Reggae Boys stepping into their final round of World Cup qualifying. As mentioned via the brief, only smiles via the brief this morning. SCA recap and SCA joy, and just SCA relief. So you're seeing from all parts of the country, from Tobago, Signal Hill Government Primary School. You're seeing here from the Southland. Dad took his daughter to South Park. She did the exam at Montrose School in Chaguanas. Sour Presbyterian, right there close to me. All the best to Sour Presbyterian, Sour Pres. I'm looking at a young man here from Febo Government also in Sour. Tranquility Government in the city. And of course, a mother and her daughter there at Sacred Heart Girls also in the city. So SCA joy, and that SCA discussion continues with Walter Stewart. He joins me next, right here live on the Morning Brew. See you soon.
Jason has watched every World Cup from here, but not today. Because he made all his purchases with Visa and won a trip to the FIFA World Cup 2026. Whoever uses Visa most wins. Pay with Visa. From all over Trinidad and Tobago, Anil wrapping roti at lightning fast speed.
Sandra nailing every order in her hardware.
Lisa, who is in sync with style. There is no buffering at her boutique.
And Dr. Alex filling prescriptions with care. They're all part of the 5,000 strong businesses connected and growing with reliable, high-speed service from Amplia.
Now it's your turn.
Because with Amplia,
you're in good company. Amplia Business.
Kali Matha Astrology Center, Master Karthik. 35 years experience, Indian generation astrologer. He can discuss past, present, and future. He can advise on reading hand, face, and horoscope. He would give advice for all your problems. Special guidance for broken relationships, husband and wife disputes. Can advise on bringing back loved ones. Gives unbreakable protection. Call now 275-7489. Located in Arima, Port of Spain, Debe, Curep, Chaguanas, and San Fernando.
Struggling with blood sugar swings, high blood pressure, or stiff joints? Take control with Aja Nutrition's powerful wellness trio. Berberine Plus supports healthy blood sugar. Blood pressure support helps keep your pressure in check. And Joint Aid keeps your joints moving so you can stay active every day. Don't wait. Choose Aja Nutrition for trusted, effective solutions. Available at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide. Feel better, move better, live better with Aja Nutrition.
Some of us like to test limits, but there won't always be second chances. Obey the speed limits. Maybe you don't value your life, but others value theirs. A message from the TTPS.
President Walter Stewart joins me, President of the NPTA, National Parents Teachers Association. And we are treating with SEA. We can see via The Guardian this morning, front page, the brief on page 3. It's all over the papers and all over the news cycle. Lots of smiles, lots of relief, I would imagine, President Stewart, as we could see in real time the footage on the TV. That's from Tobago. The students there from, I believe, Signal Hill. Some more smiles, hugs everywhere, kisses, lots of prayers. We can't forget the prayer, the power of the prayer. You see, balloon. I don't know about you, Walter. I did Common Entrance back in the day. I can recall all that theater. I mean, it was, you know, you get dropped, you had a prayer, and after, you know, you went with your friends, you had a little snack and you went home. But it's a different experience now. We're in modern times, and the parents are more intimately involved. And it's just really a joy to see, you know, the students obviously walking in with a sense of confidence, those who are obviously prepared, those who are not. I hope they're still placed. And I guess that calls for the bigger discussion as to what will be the alternative to this SCA. But we'll get to that momentarily. Just your feedback from yesterday's activity. And as always, great to see you, Walter.
Good indeed. And good morning to you, JW. And more so, good morning to Trinidad and Tobago, especially of 17,573 students, 1,005 from Tobago, who did the secondary entrance assessment examinations yesterday. I'm sure they're exhaling, breathing a sigh of relief, and saying, thank God it's all over.
That's right. What happens after the exam, Walter? What's the discussion like with, I guess, Ministry of Education, from your experience being in the chair, in the seat? Is it just free periods and they just play from now until results? What happens after the said exam?
From what I have heard, and of course experienced myself, is that students are back to school as normal. But of course, they are now preparing themselves for the world of secondary education life. Quite different to what they have been accustomed to. In the primary school, it's one teacher, as it were, interacting with you. In the secondary school, it's several teachers interacting, teaching, learning, etc. So that there has to be some transition. And of course, the psychologists and even some psychiatrists and school social workers can assist us with that intermediary period that the children are now going into from primary into secondary. So my advice to parents in particular, do not let the students stay at home during this last term. Let them come out. I know in some instances they even do culinary arts, they do gardening, and they do all sorts of things.
Yeah, for sure. And well, obviously, when we consider what happens with, you know, I mean, you get a chance to play the culinary arts, the gardening. I mean, I think it's good to at least have the children, President Stewart, engaged, because obviously to just sit for the weeks, the months ahead doing nothing, playing, don't get me wrong, play is important. But I wonder if, you know, I really was wondering what takes place, because I really can't recall from my timing what happened, really. It's not something people really consider.
And if I could recall from my time as well, it was all about exactly what I just told you about. Play as well was an integral part of it, and preparation for graduation. You know, graduation is always a big thing for our students, and it's about preparing and getting engaged for the big exercise called graduation.
That's right, yes, because graduation season also around the corner. Any, based on all reports yesterday from all the thousands that went out in Trinidad and of course in Tobago, all ran well, everything was smooth. Was there any hiccup at all?
From my information, everything was smooth sailing, and of course hats off to the Ministry of Education for being able to accomplish this great achievement where it was incident-free. There were no problems from the information that I have on my desk, nothing at all to upset the free flow of the examination yesterday.
Excellent. President Stewart, I must ask, many psychologists and some stakeholders will voice publicly their dissatisfaction with this exam, the undue pressure on the young students, and they're calling for some kind of alternative. I'm sure you would have heard the arguments. What's your position on that? And if there was to be an alternative, how would that look?
That's a very good question. And let me just give my pronouncement as of Walter Stewart, really, because it is something that the General Counsel of the National Council of PTA must look into in some in-depth way. And I agree with you, it's a high-stake exam because it is a one-off. If perchance you got up on the wrong side of the bed yesterday and you were uncomfortable, you were depressed, it could have repercussions and an impact on the results that you are going to be having when the results are released. So that we try to we should try to reduce the stress in some way or the other. And while some persons are calling, and rightly so, for the return of the CAC, continuous assessment component of the school system, where you are graded during the term of the school year, of your school life, there is some merit in that. But of course, there needs to be a deeper conversation when it comes to the changing of the SEA, which was installed or launched in 2000, 26 years now we are under the system. The conversation has to be in changing the process of the education system. And it calls for a whole-of-nation approach, whole-of-nation conversation, whole-of-nation involvement with regards to getting our education system right. So that what obtains at the head office, at the ministry, what obtains at the district office, what obtains in the classroom, even what obtains with regards to our teaching, our staff, and our parents, needs to be a conversation that we must have before we even consider changing this SCA process, this SCA examination.
You believe it's a national conversation?
Oh, certainly, certainly. Everybody has to be involved in this conversation.
Yeah, indeed.
Every one of us.
If any reason, and I said, well, I'm happy you reported that everything ran smooth yesterday, but if any reason, let's say a child, there's some emergency they can't make, there's some unfortunate circumstance the day before, the night before, or the day of the exam, what happens in that regard?
Well, there are supplemental examinations that you can be able to access, and that would be done in collusion with the Ministry of Education, and certainly, so there is an allowance for that arrangement.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, I know last year there were lots of remarks concerning, I think, the math component.
Yes.
Some suggesting it was so hard. Some hardback man and big hardback man and hardback woman couldn't even make. They were like, oh, this is looking like stuff for university students. Any reports on the actual exam itself?
Well, if I should take what the media has reported, most of the students that I saw on media, even on social media, are reporting an easy exam.
Okay.
You know, and I'm happy for that.
How do you feel when you see the footage on screen? When
Listen,
you see the image?
I came down to my office very late yesterday. Well, not late, later than usual, if only to see the parents escorting their children to the examination room. And I took the time as well after, just to pass on the mall and pass on the streets. And the jubilation really is what has me so elated, that parents are so engaged, so involved in their children's educational well-being, that they are willing to be able to do all that we are seeing there on the screen, a celebration of all types, and that is very commendable indeed for our parents. Hats off to our parents.
Yeah, people take time off. I remember when my son did SCA, at the time I was doing the morning show with Blaze on Slam.
Right.
And I actually, well, you know, we do morning radio, so the exam is obviously early morning, and I took the day off. I took the day to ensure I was there. You know, you walk. It's important as a parent to be there. You walk your child to the gate, and then after the afters, you go for a little something to eat.
Yeah, correct. But I gave my own personal experience on several occasions. When my first daughter, the elder one, was doing, it was then SCA, the first year of the SCA. 2000, exactly. And this was in a school in Tobago. I took the time off of my job, took her to the examination room. I stayed in the car outside in the car park for the entire 3.5 hours. Because I wanted to be sure that I was comfortable and that she was, of course, comfortable as well. So I felt that my aura, my presence in the compound was sufficient enough to be able to get those kinds of results. I want to also make a point here, though, with regards to the de-stressing and the importance of our teachers as well, because we always look at de-stressing for the parent, for the child, for the student. Teachers also need to be de-stressed. Those teachers who are deeply involved in the examination.
You know, people don't really have that conversation.
Exactly,
it's so
and it's something we must be thinking about. You know, they deserve a holiday even just after the exams, because many of them would have put in the extra time, effort, and sacrifice to ensure that these students are up and ready for the examinations. And I know that they are breathing a sigh of relief, like all of us are, and they're happy. Again, thank God it's all over.
So happy to hear. And again, you know, to the class of 2026, I really want to wish them the best. You know, I want to ask you, Walter, just on a personal note, we have seen so many times the graduations for the primary schools. You know that there are some problems within the system primary, but the major issues obviously occur in the secondary school system. How do we protect, especially those vulnerable, really innocent students who are going to transition into Form 1? they go into the big system, obviously bigger students. How do we really find a little safety net? How do we ensure that they don't fall into the wrong company? Because the transition happens for some reason from that standard 5 between Form 1, Form 2, Form 3. Correct. You see a nice, quiet child just all of a sudden turn into somebody different. And sometimes the environment and the influences. Is all hands on deck to ensure that we keep our students away from some of the elements?
Yeah, certainly. And listen, it's a deeper conversation as well, as I keep saying, because we want to start that conversation even at infant 1, so that children understand what school is all about and school life is all about as a whole, not only a sector of the student population, but the entire school population understands from the get-go what school is all about, the seriousness of the school system, etc., and that you are working towards an examination, call it what you may, at the end of 7 years from the infant 1. After that 7-year period, you are now entering into a secondary school environment, and as such, even at that point in time as well, the first 2 or 3 weeks in the secondary school, parents and students are supposed to be engaged as to what is expected of me as a parent, what is expected of the child as a student as well. So it's an all-of-school approach when it comes to the transition from the primary into the secondary school level. We must have that conversation. And sometimes we place the emphasis on academia only, but of course we also need to spread it out as well. TVET, culture, sports, etc., as we try to build the holistic child. So it's not only about school and books, etc., but the other aspects and facets of school life, which are so very integral into making that child a patriotic citizen and a right-thinking citizen of Trinidad and Tobago.
What's your message as we look to wrap things up in terms of your closing remarks on the whole SCA experience 2026?
So, I want to wish all those students, 17,573 of them, all the very best. Congratulations. This cohort in particular, when they came in September of 2019, 7 months or 6 months thereafter, we were in the throes of a pandemic. So the mere idea that they were able to be so resilient and able to adapt and do the exams yesterday is an achievement of immeasurable proportion, and they have to be highly commended. And I really want to commend this cohort of students. You have made us proud. You have done well. Sitting the exam alone is in itself that kind of achievement, and we look forward to the results 2 or 3 months, well, 2 months or so from now, and we want to wish all our students all the best. Thanks again to our parents. Thanks again to our Ministry of Education and our teachers. We are all proud of you.
President of the NPTA, Walter Stewart, touching base again, just sending regards and all the best to the class of 2026, the SCA students who I'm sure as we speak probably taking a nice little late lie down this morning, a late rest. You know, they could get a chance to unwind and they have a long weekend ahead. So all the best, students. Up next, we give you details concerning the Glass Loop Movement Recycling Program. The Answer team will join me to shed some light, and the founder and CEO of Circular Caribbean. They're up next.
Get a loan at Bremont. The process is simple. Fast and efficient approvals. Receive funds within 24 hours once approved. And no penalty for early repayment. Located at 4 Gallows Street, Woodbrook. Remember, we like to lend.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800 TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800 TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
My own personal motto is to show citizens of this country that our stories can be told in a professional and international standard. I want to show them that the journalism they consume on cable TV can also exist here. Each day, that's my focus, that's my drive, to show the stories of our communities, of our people, matter just as much as anywhere else in the world. That's why we are where you are.
Alejandro, you're still alive. Mr. Alejandro! Mrs. Lucia! Mrs. Lucia, come quick, Mr.
Alejandro! My goodness! You're so... Sophia!
Don't miss the gripping drama Cabo. Sundays at 8 p.m. only on CNC3.
Name something that people stick their noses into.
The apple bucket, like bobbing for apples.
Where did that answer come from? In the apple bucket!
Okay. This is more than just music. This is where you find the best of TNT. This is more than just a vibe. This is where Bollywood gets a twist. This is more than just energy. This is Bhangra and indie pop too. This is the mix. This is the life. Lock on or log on now. Sangeet 106.1 FM. This is authentic East Indian radio. This is us.
Get the story first. Want to know what's happening in news, sports, or crime? Get the CNC3 app. As the story breaks, CNC3 is there giving you the story first on your mobile device. Be connected to the most trusted and reliable news source, CNC3. Access your world with just a tap. The CNC3 app. Download it today.
तुझे पुलिस ने हिरासत में क्यों लिया था? क्या किया तूने? इसमें मेरी कोई गलती नहीं। क्या बोल रही है?
Uttaran. More drama, more emotion. Uttaran. Weekdays at 6 p.m. on CNC3.
Via the Business Guardian, it was all over the news. It was a launch that took place at Hyatt, I believe, last Wednesday, and I said, yes, we're in the right direction. It's a whole recycling drive, and it's part of a deeper and greater conversation to shift the way we think, the culture, and at least there are folks who are not just talking the talk, they're walking the walk, and we want to celebrate, of course, Adana Taylor, Sustainability and Comms Manager at Answer Packaging, and of course, Derek Lakpat, a man who's very passionate about this particular talking point, founder and CEO of Circular Caribbean. You know, guys, I was pleased. I remember going through the news, I was going through the news cycle, I saw the launch, and I said, all right, I feel soon I'll get a chance to touch base with you all, and you all are here this morning. Well done. I'm happy to see this initiative coming to reality.
Yeah, thank you, Jason. I mean, it was a long time in coming. The entire purpose of the initiative is to really change the mindset of our citizens towards glass recycling, to make it easier to recycle your glass, to create spots all over Trinidad where persons could go deposit their glass jars and bottles, and really to develop a culture of glass recycling.
Well done. Let me just bring Derek in to find out his particular role and function in this initiative.
Well, I was very pleased to see that organizations, and this is a collaborative approach, private sector, NGOs, public sector getting together to do something that is more of a long-term approach as opposed to some of the quick fixes that are typically done that don't last. So I have been in the field of circular economy since 2019, and as somebody who has done business, regular business across the Caribbean, focusing on financial bottom line and market share and all those good things, when I came across this concept of circular economy, it made total sense. Not just from a business perspective, common sense as well. But it does require long-term thinking. You need to look at the big picture, and you actually have to care about, hey, am I leaving my country, my region better off than I met it? So it requires a different mindset that, as opposed to this focus on just short-term gains, we look at the bigger picture. And the good thing about the circular economy and the glass loop movement is, to me, long overdue, low-hanging fruit. And it is a good example of what we could do to utilize what we have for our own socioeconomic growth and resilience.
Well said. You know, I don't know, what can we do to get involved, the public, for those looking on? Brent from Barataria, Beverly from Belmont.
So I would encourage everyone to check out our website, glassloopcaribbean.com, to visit our social media pages on Instagram and Facebook, Glass Loop Movement. On that site, you'll see, on that site and on social media, you'll see a variety of ways in which you could get involved. You can sign up to the movement by using those different platforms. You could see the list of all the locations of the public bins. So there are over 30 public bins that are open and accessible throughout Trinidad. If you're living in San Fernando, if you're living in Chaguanas, in the east, west, there are bins all over Trinidad.
But that's what we're seeing on screen. Let's run that loop again, guys. So this is what people are looking for.
Yeah. So those are the bins that will be placed and are currently placed in public locations throughout Trinidad.
Like what, parks?
Yes. So parks, schools, parking lots. There's a bin at Grand Bazaar opposite Extra Foods. That bin was just recently replaced there yesterday. So there are bins all over, and you can visit us on social media and our website to get the exact location that works for you.
You know, Derek, I want to ask, because, you know, Trinis, well, even folks from Tobago, I mean, that's just part of unfortunately, just part of the business fabric of Trinidad and Tobago. People will naturally ask, is there any kind of incentive? Is there any kind of money what it is for me? Even though we're doing it for the environment and for the betterment of the country, but that is a question people will ask. Yes. How do we answer that?
And that is something that the organization has as part of its consideration, but recognizes that this does need to go deeper than that. It needs to appeal to people who actually care about the environment and about society. Recognize something that, while yes, money is important, finances are important, the economy is important, the economy does not exist in a bubble. It depends on the environment and society all working together. So by this glass loop movement takes us in that mindset, that direction, that hey, we're using these things and we're just throwing them away. We have all this value around us, not recognizing that at some point in time these things may run out. So why not bring them back into the system? And glass is a great example, and this can be applied to a number of other things as well.
What other organizations are involved? I know you said public sector, private sector, NGOs. Who are some of the key players, probably the names that we will know for those looking on? Yeah, so as at today, there are a few organizations that have signed on officially to become partners of the organization. There's SwimCall, there's Hyatt, there's Guardian Media, Answer Packaging, Derek's company, Circular Caribbean, and we're really going to go about and recruit additional companies, private sector companies, public sector companies as well, to officially join the movement and join us in promoting this national initiative to recycle glass. Indeed. Thank you so much, Adana. Derek, in terms of public education, public awareness, especially with our young people, who I think are the ones to really shift the needle further in the right direction, what's the campaign? Well, the campaign is certainly going to be reaching, that is key,
getting to all sectors of society, particularly the youth, because the thing is that we, adults, are leaving essentially what is a major waste problem for them to contend with. So by starting with something that is essentially quite easy to do, it starts that ball rolling. With our company, with my company, Circular Caribbean, we are doing a number of things. We're actually working with the University of the West Indies to integrate circular economy principles into some of their engineering courses, as well as there's a school in Scottsdale that's been developed, and I'm part of the steering committee to help bring that thinking, more real sustainable thinking, pragmatic, things that will really make a difference and solve problems in our own country, and this is applicable throughout the region, by the way. Yeah?
Indeed. Adana, ultimately, once we're able to dot the I's, cross the T's, if everybody is able to log on, what's the impact ultimately? What's the shifting of the needle you hope to see? What's the big takeaway we hope to really get from this in the next year, 5, 10, 15 years, short, medium, and long term?
Yeah, so we really want to inculcate a culture of recycling in Trinidad and Tobago. When you travel to different countries, you're able to recycle your glass, your plastics very easily, and we want to ensure that those facilities are available here. There are many persons here that want to recycle, but they might not necessarily know how to. So we want to ingrain that new culture of recycling into Trinidad and Tobago citizens. We want to make it easy for them, simple, and make it really a part of your daily life. This is what you do, it's part of who you are, and with that change, we really see a better and create a more sustainable future for our citizens.
As we look to wrap things up, just some closing remarks from you, Derek, and then I'll wrap things up with Adana, because you seem to be very excited about this project. I could feel it, Derek.
Absolutely. I am also part of the ISO International Standards Development for Circular Economy, representing Trinidad and Tobago. So the Caribbean is at the table with almost 100 other countries. Circular economy is being adopted by a number of countries in their national development plans, and Europe is taking the lead. But the point is that it's about also changing our attitudes toward waste. That is, waste doesn't disappear. It may be out of sight and out of mind, but it does not disappear. And it creates problems for us that we don't see and will crop up later on. So by looking at waste as a resource, trying to minimize it first, but also realizing these things are resources, you will start to see a very interesting shift towards a stronger local economy.
Derek Luckback, again, sincere thanks for being here and for spreading this particular message. Adana, I'll let you have the final say.
Yeah, sure. So I just want to let everyone know that glass is infinitely recyclable. So the glass bottle that you use today is the same glass that your great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren could use several years from now. So I want to encourage everyone, again, to visit our website, glassloopcaribbean.com. Check us out on social media, Glass Loop Movement. Learn more about what we're trying to accomplish and join the movement.
The Glass Loop Movement, be part of it. It's about moving the needle in the right direction and embracing what is our international standard, because we go and visit family in Florida, we go to New York by a cousin in Brooklyn, and you see what they're doing and we fall in line immediately.
Yes.
We could do it home. We could do it home, and it starts right now. Derek and Adana, thank you so much. Great conversation.
Thank you.
And keep us in the loop.
Thank you.
No pun intended there. All right, let's take that pause. We come back. Full details with the Dragon Boat Federation. They're up next. Yes, now.
Looking for a smart way to grow your savings? For just a limited time, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Credit Union is offering competitive fixed deposit rates of up to 4%. That's up to 4% guaranteed when you invest with PCU Fixed Deposit. Visit any of our locations in Barataria, Arima, San Fernando, or Tobago to get started today. For more details, visit policecreditunion.com or call us at 6124-PCU. PCU, your future is safe with us.
Gaming Express Limited is a premium importer and retailer of the highest quality brand name electronics. We stock the widest range of PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Samsung, and Apple devices and accessories. Visit us at Shop 52, Level 2, Gulf City Mall in San Fernando, or contact us by phone or WhatsApp message at 687-7480 or 301-9797 or 798-1280. Like our Facebook and Instagram pages for updates on products and services.
Panadol's new formula, 5 times faster than other paracetamol brands. There's no time to waste during special moments. When I need fast pain relief, I choose Panadol Rapid. With its new formula and exclusive technology, it's 5 times faster than other paracetamol, giving me effective pain relief. And it's also gentle on my stomach. Because my greatest gift is giving them special moments.
Struggling with picky eating? Or unexplained loss of appetite? Or tired of trying to gain weight with no results? Apetamin is here to help. This powerful appetite stimulant encourages healthier eating, supports weight gain, and improves BMI, perfect for both adults and children. Only Apetamin contains lysine, an essential amino acid that boosts appetite, builds muscle, supports growth, and aids calcium absorption. Take control of your appetite and reach your weight gain goals with Apetamin. Available at pharmacies nationwide.
Hey, the Easter long weekend coming up. You know what that means. Hot cross buns. And you finally get in time to fix up your house. So if your door's creaking and your window's sticking, come on down to ABC Doors and Windows for our extra deal sale. From March 23rd to April 4th, pick an egg from our Easter basket and crack a deal. You could get up to 20% off your purchase. So if you're looking for wooden doors, steel security doors, windows, flooring, locks, and more, no need to go hunting for deals. Come crack one open at ABC Doors and Windows, #1 Tanka Trace and Socorro South.
Make sure you have yourself a great investment week by viewing The Boss Report every Monday morning at 6:15 a.m. during CNC3's The Morning Brew. You'll get sound financial advice, whether you're a new or experienced investor, when you view The Boss Report. CNC3, covering your world.
Volleyball filmmakers, producers, content creators, influencers, and recording artists. If you're looking to rent a versatile studio space with green screen, video wall, cyclorama, and more, look no further. GM Labs is here to make your dreams a reality. Located in the heart of Port of Spain on St. Vincent Street, GM Labs is your one-stop shop for all your creative needs with over 2,800 square feet to work with. Take your creative concept to the final product at GM Labs. Give us a call or WhatsApp or message us on our Instagram and Facebook pages at GM Labs TT.
I got a bone to pick with you. Ladies, I'm talking about that 90-day thing. Well, so how that's bothering you? Oh, I'm gonna tell you how it's bothering me. I figure like this, ladies, if you're in your 20s, wait 90 days. If you're in your 30s, wait 60 days. If you're in your 40s, wait 30 days. But if you're over 50, jump on it.
Alejandro! What are you?
Don't miss the gripping drama Cabo. Sundays at 8 p.m. only on CNC3. This season, Ask the Doctor is at a new time. It's your weekly prescription for trusted medical advice. In the Doctor's Capsule, Dr. Tilak Singh breaks down big health topics clearly and simply. Get a dose of smiles in the Kiddies Capsule as our youngest experts share health tips with heart. Explore the science behind the headlines in Medical Minds, featuring real doctors, real insight, and your questions matter. Join the open forum live and get answers straight from the source. Ask the Doctor every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on CNC3.
Some of us like to test limits, but there won't always be second chances. Obey the speed limits. Maybe you don't value your life, but others value theirs. A message from the TTPS.
This Sunday, we head down to Chaguaramas West Side for the Inter-School Dragon Boat Regatta. To share all the details and to put us in the mood, we welcome the Vice President of the TT Dragon Boat Federation, Joel Patrick, and Visham Babwa. corporate sponsor, getting involved. I know Visham is a calm man. I didn't know he has deal with the dragon boat. That's right. Good stuff. Good stuff, Visham. And of course, Joel, welcome and congrats in advance. I know it's going to be a tremendous success on Sunday. Welcome to the program, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us, JW. Appreciate this one.
Joel, what is your start time on Sunday?
Thanks for having me on the show, Jason. It starts at 8 a.m. We are sticking to that start time. It is going to be an exciting day for all the schools involved. We are sticking to that 8 a.m. start.
How many schools are involved?
We have 13 schools participating this year.
Could you name them?
They range from St. Joseph Convent, Port of Spain, St. Joseph, San Fernando, St. Augustine Girls High, Astra Boys. We have Presentation College, Bishops, Holy Name Convent, Trinity. So we have a wide range of schools that are going to be participating.
Visham, let me bring you in. Because I know you're a man of the community, and you will put your resources where you believe it's going to bring maximum impact. I know it's young people we're talking about here, so that's a great look. What made it so important for you to come on board to be part of the sponsorship of this event?
Well, my daughter has been enrolled in Dragon Boat through SAGS for the past 4 years. And she was one of the students of the group that went to the Pan Am Games in Canada last year. And you know, when you get exposure like this, you see the greater benefits for the students who could access it. And in order to access it, they must have the opportunity from here. Sorry. This event usually is sponsored by another sponsor, but you know, due to maybe circumstances, they're unable to do it this year. And it was a kind of last minute notice I got. It's just about a little over 3 weeks. So we had to jump on board. And because we were driving down after training, my wife said, you know, we didn't hear anything about this year in the school Dragon Boat. So I said, really? You know, so then I called, well, I had known Keith more, so I called Keith Gallup, and then we got it rolling from there. He put more into Darren and Joel and the guys. And we got it on. But the benefit of this Dragon Boat, JW, is great because it could turn out to be a premier event if it is really, focused on and you get the resources needed. Yeah, the resources in terms of getting more schools involved and getting it to a high level, that way it's really an international event because it's in the Pan Am Games.
Yeah, of course.
And the schools, and Trinidad, the schools did extremely well. You had gold, silver, bronze, across the board. You had the students winning medals, and there were other teams, the adult teams that went up also. So I saw it fit to get involved in this because I think it's going to have a tremendous effect on the students. It's going to give them opportunity that they could grow and build to be something in society, and they could bring back their expertise here and leverage on that.
Visham, well done, man. Well done. Yeah. The resources, the corporate help is so important, and Joel could testify because without that, yes, the show will go on, but you're able to take it to that different level and give it the caliber that you want with the support of people like Visham. Joel, how do you structure the tournament? Walk me through. I've never been to a Dragon Boat race, so is there like preliminary races? They go on to like a quarterfinals, semis, finals. Just walk me through the structure and how the teams advance to ultimately get into pole position to lift the trophy or to become champions.
All right. So, well, Jason, you're missing out. But to answer your question, so we have 13 teams this year participating. So how that structure would look is that everybody will have 2 rounds of racing. So and it's basically going to be timed. All right. So essentially, whoever has the fastest time will move on to the next round. Because of the limited amount of teams, what will happen is that first heat, second heat in round 1, round 2, first heat, second heat, we take those times see who has the fastest times, rank them first, second, and third, and they go into a final, or we just combine the time and see who is first, second, and third in some categories.
And the categories, I would imagine, will be, there'll be a distinction between the male and the female, or everybody racing each other?
Surprisingly, there are females who will race against some of the boys, and they're really good at it. However, for this event, the categories that we have would be the all-female team, under 16 and under 21. We have the open, which is again under 16 and under 21, and we have a mixed category, again open to under 16 and 21.
Wow, interesting. I mean, listen, I have been missing out, Joel, I have to admit, because I would see it going on, you know. So don't get me wrong, I've passed many a time on the West Coast and I've seen it, but to see I come out, take it in, I'll have to make some time, gentlemen. We might have to make some time.
Of course.
That's right.
Of course.
Yes.
This year we have it limited to 200 meters, but we plan to extend it to 500 meters and 2,000 meters for the kids. As Visham spoke about, the school teams did really well in Pan Am last year. It was very excellent. It was very surprising. For me it was very exhilarating seeing them go out and perform. You had St. Augustine girls. You had QRC, you had Hyperion, and they did really, really well on the water in Canada.
Now, you know, amazing. So, Visham, I want to just get that perspective from you again. You're saying that this particular discipline got the potential, based on what you have seen and the success we have had thus far, to really be probably a major celebration point for us in the future if we continue and really give it the support and the strength it needs.
Yes, JW, from what I've seen the Pan Am Games and the kind of systems that you see they have set up in Canada, you know, they have weather conditions there, and they have indoor systems where they continue to train throughout the year. They have big indoor facilities, and it's a big sport in Canada, this dragon boat. And you know, when you go and you see things done a different way, as you know, my style is that if you see something across somewhere, you know, as a citizen, you can't depend on government or anything like that. As a citizen, you can bring it back and apply it here. And this is my motto and my go ahead with things. So I've seen it, and I really, over the last 4 years, I really got interested in this sport because my daughter is involved, and you see all the settings with it, you see what could happen. And my intervention in this is really to get this sport at a different level. You might not be dragon boat, but you know, you have rowing, that is an Olympic sports, and we don't have a rowing team in Trinidad. We have water all around us, and we don't have a rowing team that entered the Olympics. So you know, it is something came to my mind that if I'm entering this and going this dragon boat way, is similar kind of rowing techniques you need. It might be a bit different, but you know, a great could come out of it once you get involved. And once you get involved and you get the hype, people see the peak people interest, more sponsors I'm sure will come forward, and we'll begin to, you know, to get things to a different level. And this is why I decided to take it up, make sure we get the best of it this year. You know, you must get the hype before for people to come out and see and get interested in it. And then you would have more schools joining, you know, and I mean, Joel didn't have time to mention, but you have the adult teams, you have a lot of races going on. Throughout the year, you have Dragon Boat. I think is Joel, if I'm, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think you have the Chinese festival, and you have another Dragon Boat that is being held in October sometimes. Nice. But this one is particularly school regatta that I'm sponsoring. Well, and you know, just not a thing, JW, I had to put together a team of people, you know, to work together with Joel and Darren and they to kind of get this off, because it was short notice. And you know, I want to say thanks to my team publicly, my little committee that we put together, and we are working together with Joel and Darren, and they fantastic over the 2-3 weeks.
Well, Visham, thank you so much. It's so important that you've been able to step in such a major way. Joel, in the couple of seconds that remain, where can folks find all the pictures, all the details online, and just general information from the TT Dragon Boat Federation? What's the address?
Right, so for the relevant information, you can check us out on Instagram. That's our social media page right now. It's the Trinidad and Tobago Dragon Boat Federation. You look us up at TTDBF. If you have any other information, you could reach out to us at admin@ttdbf.com. And we will be grateful to answer your questions.
Well, Joel and Visham, all the best. Congrats in advance. Visham, I got to run though. We have to go to news. Visham, I run. So all the best, guys. Later. All right. So let's head across to the 7 a.m. news. See you soon.
Jason has watched every World Cup from here, but not today. Because he made all his purchases with Visa and won a trip to the FIFA World Cup 2026. Whoever uses Visa most wins. Pay with Visa.
Can you do this?
Join us at the Trinidad and Tobago Disaster Risk Management Conference and Expo from June 1st to 3rd. Step into 3 full conference days of presentations, panels, and learning labs that mirror real disaster risk scenarios, including national power outages, disaster risk finance, and sustainable urban planning, waste and debris management. Register now at www.ttdrm.com/register now.
PRWC, protect your loved ones with a Western Global Security Combo, only $3,000. PS5 console game, $5,400. Unwind with an 85-inch Samsung TV, $9,999. HP 14-inch laptop for $1,900. Amazon 8-inch Fire tablet, $760. HP print scan copy printer, $625. We have speakers, mouse, printers, and lots more. 3 months layaway also available.
For me, people matter most. It's the same if you hail from Moruga, where I'm from, Mount Irvin, Scarborough, or Port of Spain. As a journalist, I'm focused on building that connection between Trinidad, the region, and the world. Most importantly, I want always to use my voice as a powerful weapon to break down barriers wherever they exist. This is why we are where you are.
Time Check, brought to you by the Central Bank and the National Financial Literacy Program.
Good morning, I'm Ryan Beachy with headline news on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network. The Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association is this morning expressing hope that political decisions do not hurt trade relations between local businesses and the CARICOM community. TTMA CEO Dr. Mahindra Ramdeen made the comment following reports that the Prime Minister intends to cut funding to CARICOM. This after she objected to the reappointment of Secretary General Dr. Carla Barnett. Ramdeen says the association will not engage in political conflict, but stresses CARICOM remains critical, accounting for an estimated 70 to 80% of TNT's non-energy exports. He adds that there is hope for a positive outcome, including potential expansion of the regional bloc. However, Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Kennedy Swarat Singh, has signalled a different direction.
I actually look at the geopolitics as an opportunity for us to begin to explore different arrangements. At the end of the day, I think the reality continues to be that rather than focus on the things we can't change, focus on the things we can effect. look for new ways to build up new markets.
Despite pledging humanitarian aid to Cuba, Trinidad and Tobago maintains it will not support calls to end the U.S. blockade, while widely blamed for worsening the island's crisis. On March 21st in Bogota, Trinidad and Tobago joined several countries in distancing itself from a CELAC call to end the U.S. embargo on Cuba. Defending this country's position, Foreign Affairs Minister Sean Sobers says the Prime Minister has already taken a firm stance on Cuba, one that he says he fully supports.
We can't say that we support free and fair democratic elections and whatnot, and then support a system that is not of that or didn't come from that. Essentially, there's been hypocritical, and we're just not going to support or be part of that anymore.
The National Nurses Association says the North Central Regional Health Authority has only itself to blame for spending more than $9 million in 3 months on pool nurses. Now, pool nurses are brought in to cover staff shortages. They may or may not work directly for the authority, but NCRHA has complained the system is being abused, with some nurses earning an extra $30,000 to $80,000 in just 3 months. Association President Eddie Stewart says those costs are high because the ministry simply needs to hire more nurses.
So they can't expect not to have a high pool bill when you don't have the required number of staff to operate the facilities. It goes hand in hand.
Those were your 7 a.m. news headlines. We'll have another news update at 8 a.m. on the TBC Radio Network.
Looking for the ultimate gaming experience? Welcome to Phase 22 Gaming Lounge, where gamers of all ages come to play, compete, and have fun. Dive into your favorite games on PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, or race on our high-tech racing rigs. And experience the thrill of VR with PlayStation and Meta Quest. Our lounge is safe, comfortable, and perfect for everyone. When you're done, check out the latest gaming systems, accessories, and even Samsung and Apple phones. Visit us on the second floor of Gulf City Mall or call 786-2404 to book your gaming session today.
Well, listen, I'm having such a great conversation with my guest on set, and we mentioned inside the last hour the importance of that corporate involvement, that corporate injection. And I know with this particular project, I've actually been part of this. I was host last year and year before. You see, when I come to food, count me in. And of course, we want to celebrate the Caribbean Beach Food Festival. It's happening just not this weekend, the following weekend. All right, so we have a couple of days. Fee is on the line. That's, of course, Fiona Jackie, chairman of the Caribbean Beach Food Festival. But in studio with me, Cindy James, Corpcom and PR manager at Unicoma. And I have to say kudos to Unicoma for coming on board. I mean, Unicoma, iconic company and brand within the not only Trinidad and Tobago space, but the Caribbean. And I think it's a really good fit. And again, as I mentioned, Cindy, once it's food, we're there.
Definitely.
Yes, so welcome and great to know that Unicoma is involved.
Well, good morning, and thank you so much, Jason, for having us here. Yeah. It's really a very exciting time for us at the Unicoma Group. Of course, the audience will be more familiar with our household brands, Quartz Optical, Quartz Business Solutions. And we're really happy to be supporting the Caribbean Beach Food Festival with their event happening next Saturday at the International Waterfront Center. For us, we saw an opportunity to support the event because of the strong theme of sustainability that underpins the entire event, because there's a lot of buy local focus there. We also are very pleased to support a lot of these small businesses and micro entrepreneurs who are going to be there as part of the artisan market. And of course, there's very strong alignment for us there because we are the largest and most relied upon provider of furniture and large appliances and electronics in the Caribbean. So of course, for us, this was a no-brainer for us to partner with the Caribbean Beach Food festival because the focus is on that culinary experience. And when you think about food, you think about your appliances and, of course, where you're going to get those things at Courts.
That's right. Well said. And I mean, Fee, when we consider Courts getting involved, I know it will take the experience to a whole different level. And I recognize now, Fee, it's only 1 day as opposed to 2 days last year. Explain to me the reasoning and just give me some more intimate details. Fiona?
Hi, yes.
Yes.
Right. Good morning, everyone. I apologize for not being there. The traffic is trafficking this morning. But as you know, well, Jason has been our host for the past couple of years. And we did have 2 days, but we decided to consolidate to 1 day this year. You know, given the state of the economy and so on, we've reduced our ticket costs and so on to make it more affordable for persons to come and enjoy the festival.
Fantastic. So I'm seeing your start time is 4 p.m. What is the duration of the entire event for those looking on this morning and they want to partake?
Right, so it begins at 4 and it ends at midnight. So you have ample time to eat, party, enjoy the fashion show, everything.
Yes, so the fashion is back, and I know there's always that entertainment component that remains?
Of course, yes, we do have that entertainment portion. So again, we represent the different cultures and genres of music throughout the Caribbean. So we do have acts that represent reggae, represent soca, and a little Latin flavor, you know.
So in essence, once you pay the, you take care of the cover charge, it's more or less, you could have your fill. You could go to the different booths and really just have a time, you eat.
Yes, correct.
Like an all-inclusive experience.
Yes, with the general ticket, it's food inclusive, so any amount of food you want. And of course, there will be drinks for purchase.
Nice. You know,
with the VIP, it's an all-access pass. The VIP has their own premium bar and premium menu, plus access to the general food station.
Thank you so much, Free. Let me ask Cindy, what you're looking forward to on a personal note the most? I particularly love the Jamaican cuisine. That's something I'm drawn towards.
Well, I have a strong bias towards Trini cuisine, I must say. So definitely that, you know, my mom is from Grenada, so if there's a bit of the Grenadian influence there, you know, I'm gonna look out to the oil down and saying, you know,
We had to bring a little under the counter for Cindy, you know.
Oh gosh, I don't know about that, but
make it authentic. No, but honestly though, I'm so happy that Unicoma, you're involved. So I would imagine on the day itself, you're going to have a particular area. I know normally sponsors will set up their activation. There's going to be a special activation.
Definitely. Well, more than one, actually.
Okay.
Because we're the title sponsor, we have to do it big.
Yes, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So firstly, we're going to have our own Courts booth, where we're going to have a demonstration kitchen, a live demonstration kitchen with some of the chefs who will be participating in the festival. They will come and showcase their skills and their talent on that live kitchen area. So this is going to be done in collaboration with our partners, Marby and Caribbean Flavors.
Excellent.
So all of the patrons have an opportunity to come by the booth and see that.
When I pop into the mega store, I often see live cooking happening there.
Definitely on Saturdays.
Yeah, on a Saturday. You know, Courts is so iconic, and Fee, I guess you could always testify to this. That mega store, especially the new one, it's almost like a landmark. If somebody coming in talking about the mega store, you cannot know exactly where you are. Oh my goodness. Fee, as we wrap things up, just give me some more intimate details where we can get tickets and cost factor.
Well, we have physical tickets at Pharmacy Central, Brentwood, and Movie Town, Port of Spain. We have at all Trini Shops locations, which Trin City Mall, C3 Mall, Excellent City Center, and we do have physical general tickets at Courts locations, the Megastore, South Park, and Freeport.
Excellent.
And other than that, it's online tickets at frontlineticketing.com.
Well, Easter weekend, we know where we'll be. I know where I'll be. TNT, join us to be part of this truly amazing Caribbean Beach Food Festival. Any closing remarks, Cindy, as we wrap things up?
Certainly. I think this is an event worth attending for the public. It's a family-oriented event, so you can bring everyone from grandma and grandpa, your partner, your friends, your children. Everyone can be involved. We're really looking forward towards putting forth a spectacular experience. The VIP patrons can look forward to being a part of the court's VIP lounge. Of course, you know, we're well known for furniture as well, so we're going to be outfitting that space very comfortably so persons can enjoy the show and the space as well. And of course, the food is going to be fantastic. So much to look forward to.
It's going to be tremendous. Again, let's put the information up as we wrap up this very, I would say, well, delicious. Yeah, can't wait to know. I tell you, just it's one I look forward to every year. You know me. You know me. You know I deal with it. All right. All the best, guys, and see you all on the 4th at the waterfront for the Caribbean Beach Food Festival 2026. We take a pause and come back. See you soon, TNT. Yes, I think.
New remedy for the healthy function of the nerves in the feet and legs.
I have been living with diabetes over 10 years, and the nerve pain was becoming unbearable. The numbness, the tingling, the burning became a daily challenge. A friend told me about New Remedy, and after 3 weeks of trying it, there was a marked difference.
Benfotiamine, a synthetic form of thiamine, has been scientifically shown to help relieve many of these symptoms, especially in early cognitive decline. I strongly recommend it as part of your supplement regime and for all patients with nerve problems.
I have confidence in New Remedy because it contains benfotiamine. This has been proven to help with numbness, tingling, and pain in the legs and feet.
As a pharmacist, I strongly recommend New Remedy to all my clients.
If you're experiencing nerve pain like I did, try New Remedy. It worked for me, it will work for you.
New Remedy is available at all major pharmacies nationwide.
My man, Andre.
Good night, Anthony.
7 years with the company, and we couldn't do it without Antoine.
Happy birthday, dear Alejandro. Happy birthday to you.
Who's Angelo?
We're like coworkers who don't forget your name.
I'm Angelo.
CG United. Good like that.
Magical Expressions Limited is the largest local importer and distributor of fresh cut stems, offering the widest range of beautiful flowers at the most affordable prices. Call us today at 701-6488 or visit our website to order.
Introducing CTS College's Early Learners Academy, our physical school with a nursery, daycare, and preschool. With qualified and experienced staff, modern classrooms, and the latest teaching methods and technology, your child would get the personal care and education they deserve. Activities include potty training, storytelling, phonics, craft, academics, and field trips. Enroll your child today at CTS College's Early Learners Academy.
Visit Tire Clinic Marketing, New Truck and OTR Tire Service Center at number 30 and 32 Montrose Main Road, Chabonas. Call today at 665-8973 or 672-3419. Alignment services available. Tire Clinic Marketing, Truck and OTR Service Center. A tire for every need.
This town isn't as safe as it used to be. You remember that laundromat that burnt down? We offered protection, but they refused.
So you're telling me that if I pay you, you'll protect me from... Gentlemen, I think you've been watching too many cheap American soaps. Okay.
Westwood Park, Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. only on CNC3.
Some of us like to test limits, but there won't always be second chances. Obey the speed limits. Maybe you don't value your life, but others value theirs. A message from the TTPS.
Well, if there's one thing I could safely tell you, since I've known myself very small going to Tobago, whether it be via the air bridge or the sea bridge, family and friends will always tell you, bring back some sweets from Tobago. something different about how they do it. It's tradition. We're talking the benebol, the tulum, the sugar cake, the chili bibi. You seen it? Oh, you mean cassava, farine? Oh my goodness. And bring that authentic flavor. We want to welcome this morning Carlton Seafort, the owner of Cherished Tobago Love Treats. And as you can see, this is what you say. When I say indigenous, look, tulum, you know. Bro, me eat a tulum in years, you know, and I know you have something there.
Yeah, man.
Right? So I want to say thank you so much for being here, the tamarind ball. I'm happy you're keeping it alive. So many times too many times, as a matter of fact, I find we become so international. The palette, all of a sudden, it's an international palette. But we have our own local treats, and I think it's world class, and it's something that even folks from overseas, when they come, they enjoy it. You know that? You see it all the time. I'm sure plenty of your clientele.
Definitely.
Plenty of clientele, I would imagine.
That's right.
Folks from far removed from the shores.
That's right. So, yeah.
When did it start for you in terms of the sweets and the treats?
Well, as I said earlier on, that this is Tobago heritage, actually, and it is a culture thing where persons in Tobago grew up making these items. So it's really in the family. It started for like a cottage industry style.
Nice.
Yeah, you know, so yeah.
And you actually make it yourself, or?
Yeah, I make some of the items. It's over 12 or 14 different items.
What?
Right?
So let me see. I mean, I'm seeing a whole. So this is like a box you could actually buy with a combination box.
That's right. We have different packages. We have the Boca Bite box, the Pigeon Point Paradise box. We have the Charlottesville Treasure box.
So this is the Boca Bite?
That's the Boca Bite.
Oh, let me tell you what's in the Boca Bite. Let me see if I can name them, right? Let me see if I could actually name what's going on here. I'm seeing, well, that's the farine, right? This here?
Yeah, that's the farine.
Farine. Benebol. Yeah. Sugar cake.
That's right.
Nut cake is what you call this one, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Right. Tamarind ball. Sugar cake. Right. Red mango. Yes. Ooh, Papa. Is this guava cheese?
That's correct.
Right. Kurma. And what you call this one here?
That's a power pack. Banana nut and pumpkin seed.
Oh, so let's start with the power pack. What does this consist? I mean, nuts. But how you get this caramel kind of thing going on here?
Yeah, that is whether it be sugar and honey.
Oh, yeah. Nice. You know, I've never understood what comprised the tulum. What's in a tulum? I don't know what a tulum, you know.
Yeah, tulum basically is coconut. Right, you have your coconut, you have your ginger, and so forth, and molasses.
Oh, nice. Yeah. And that's something that you bake?
You cook it. You cook it down. Yeah, you boil it down.
Oh, you boil it down?
That's right.
So this is tulum here, right?
That's correct.
I won't lie. Carlton, I've not had a tulum in years, you know, since that's probably more than a decade. Oh, gosh.
Yeah,
just the way I remember it. Just the way.
Take you back in time a bit. Nice.
And not too sweet.
Yeah.
Let me ask. Special orders. How do you go about it? Obviously, I know you have your box packages. How do folks contact you and where they could go to see the options and make the purchase?
Okay, so we are on Facebook and Instagram. You can get us at Cherish Tobago Love. You can contact us on 302-0099. Yeah. And we are located, we have a storefront at South Key City Gate. Yeah, booth number 1. So you all can come on down and have a taste of Tobago. I mean,
right here in Trinidad.
That's correct.
Because most times you will see some of the artisans by the airport, by the port, you know, by the beach in Tobago. But I've never really, I had no idea where to get it in Trinidad. So it's South Key. Give me a landmark there.
Yes, City Gate itself, the bus terminal. Yeah, when you get in at City Gate, you would see a couple of booths directly opposite KFC. You would see a big sign, Tobago store, Tobago Boulevard, that kind of thing.
Well said, well said. Yeah. Let me ask you, because I know that if you go to spiritual Baptist celebration, a lot of the different sweets we see here are actually tied into the said celebration on the table, as it were. How important is it? Is this integral to that kind of celebration?
Yeah, basically these treats derive from those origins of the African community, whereby I think during slavery time they had they used the natural perennial goods, and because of working on the sugar estate, they had to use these perennial fruits, fuse them together, and create a product, create a snack itself.
Oh, so there's a deeper history.
That's correct.
With the snacks. Wow. Let me tell you, the sugar cake, Carlton, if ever there was a sugar cake, Trinidad and Tobago, this here is a sugar cake. This cherished Tobago love treats. Oh, but nice. Is that the?
Yeah, that's the benebol.
The benebol.
Yeah.
What? Well, I mean, listen. I know the benebol be a bit hard. What's in the benebol? What makes it so rock solid?
Well, it's sugar you use to fuse it together with the seeds, and you know, you put your spices and so on to bring out the flavor.
I mean, let me try
that authentic flavor.
Oh God! Nice. So again, we're going to put the special package boxes up on the screen, Carlton. Just walk us through it. Tell us what's in the box.
Oh, right. It's a combination of items. What we try to do is give a touch on every feel that, you know, that nostalgia feeling persons get when they come to Tobago, when they get these treats. We name the boxes categorically. The Buko Bite box, that consists of a varying set of treats. As the box size goes up, you get more. Also, you get special stuff inside, like the cassava farine. You would get that in the Charlottesville treasure box, because that's a strong culture thing in Tobago, right? And you know, the various stuff in the box. We also do customized box, you know.
So you can request what you want in the box.
That's right.
Excellent.
You could request that as well, you know, and we try to target, you know, even corporate, you know, give offers and cater for certain events and so forth.
Excellent. What is this about the sample?
That's rice cake.
Oh, the rice cake?
Yeah.
Nice, I mean. I won't lie, but you baked this yesterday, everybody. This thing very fresh and nice by Carlton. Well.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Which one is the top seller from your experience over the years? Which one, based on all the sweets, the benebol, the tulum, the sugar cake, people run down?
I would say that it's based on the person's desire. All right? But I think it's difficult to locate which one, but I would say the three top sellers are the sugar cake, definitely, the red stuff, red mango, red plums, right, and the benebol.
Benebol.
Yeah.
What about fudge?
Fudge, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, fudge? Yeah, look, it's about fudge.
Yeah, a piece of fudge, yeah.
Here comes fudgy.
That's
fudgy.
Coconut. Yeah.
Coconut?
Yeah, cherry coconut, actually.
Wait, boy, this blue band fudge just like butter. It melted, bro. Good, hey. My goodness. Carlton, give me all the social media details, all your numbers again. Put the information out one time, boy.
Most definitely. Again, you all can contact us at on 302-0099. On Facebook, Cherish Tobago Love. On Instagram, you can contact us at Cherish Tobago Love as well.
Oh, yeah, I can't even talk, you know. I can't talk. Carlton, well done to you and your team. You're onto something tremendous. Thanks for being here. And indeed, have a great long weekend and all the best in the business. You're onto something tremendous.
All right, yeah. Thanks, man.
We'll talk. See you in a bit, TNT. See you in a bit.
Jason has watched every World Cup from here, but not today. Because he made all his purchases with Visa and won a trip to the FIFA World Cup 2026. Whoever uses Visa most wins. Pay with Visa.
For over 50 years, we served communities across Trinidad. But growth isn't about standing still. It's about choosing what comes next. Introducing Passad's The Food King Grand Market Barapo, a new standard for the South. The Grand Market is where community meets quality. Our newly launched Via Bakery offers our fresh breads and pastries that are made daily. From the spices that flavor your meals to the moments that bring families together. And when it's time to slow down, our cafe offers a place to pause, connect, and enjoy the moment. From fresh meats prepared with care to aisles filled with the choices families trust and prices that put people first. Every day, families trust us with the moments that matter most, the meals they share, the traditions they keep, and the memories they create. And that's a responsibility we carry with pride. Bigger, fresher, thoughtfully built. The Grand Market Barapo, because at the heart of everything we do, quality and value. That's our way.
We are your one-stop, most convenient, most helpful, most caring community pharmacy. Our pharmaceutical services include dispensing medicines, repeat dispensing, clinical governance. But we also have a fully stocked convenience store featuring our refreshment aisle, grocery lane, personal care products, toys, pet supplies. We are most conveniently located out of the traffic, just 2 minutes off the highway in Heartland Plaza, Endeavour, Chaguanas. Contact us on 220-8705 or 470-5938 and visit us soon.
Some of us like to test limits, but there won't always be second chances. Obey the speed limits. Maybe you don't value your life, but others value theirs. A message from the TTPS.
Oh, well, it's a beautiful day for me. I'm getting to sample again, and this time we are treating with the Easter delicacies. Yes, Easter treats, and it's been done by Greatest Creations by Joe, and that's Jolene Matthews Mutru. Jolene joins me live on set, and as you can see on the screen, really tremendous cookies in time for the Easter holiday. All shapes, every size. I'm seeing some cupcakes there in the mix too.
Yeah.
So Joe, let me just say congrats. Really happy to have you with us.
Thank you.
And yes, and Easter greetings in time for the Easter and beyond.
Same to you.
That's right. When did it start? Because, you know, baking, I've always said it's a science. Not anybody could attempt it, and I'm sure there would have been a journey. Could you take us back to when it all started and from then to now?
Okay, Greatest Creations by Joe really started in 2017. That was cakes, but cookies actually started in 2020. Yeah.
Was that a scenario where during COVID you had time and they just decided to?
That was before, well, it started in 2019 and then, well, going over to 2020.
2020.
Yes, it was like a family project.
Yes.
We come together and we did some cookies, and after that, started doing cookies more or less.
So I'm seeing on screen here, that's the cake journey when you started the cakes.
This was the cake journey.
And then you went down now to the cookies.
Yes.
Look at that.
So this was my very first cake that I did, and as I always say, this is so special for me because it shows where I started.
Of course.
So this was my son's first birthday cake.
Oh, that's so special.
Yes.
You literally make your son's first birthday cake.
And well, this is cake journey along the way.
Hold on, that's a cake looking like a book?
Yes.
Wow.
Right, so that's cupcake bouquet. This is a top forward cake.
Joe, this is you?
Yep. That's and everything is edible. Everything is
Lego
edible.
on a cake, I don't see that?
Everything is edible.
Oh my goodness.
Right, so baby shower cakes, gender reveal. So this is a phone cake here.
Joe, you're not easy.
Yeah.
Look, bow tie with shirt and thing.
Right, these are cake circles.
Cake circles?
Cake circles, yeah. So it's cake beneath.
No, don't do me that. No, wait, hold on. Makeup on a cake?
Yeah.
Wow. Joe, listen to me.
Yep.
And
this was our first cake also. So for the first cake I did two. One for home and one for the daycare.
You know, what I'm seeing on screen, Joe, it speaks to more than just a baker. You're an artist.
Yeah.
You are an artist.
I love art and I love creativity, and that's why I just wanted to project it into something other than on paper.
Yes.
So that's why I started with cakes and cookies.
Fantastic. You still do the cakes?
Yeah. Cakes and cookies, yeah.
Fantastic. You ever did a wedding cake?
Yeah, I do wedding cakes. I do cakes for all occasions.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, birthdays, parties, gender reveal. Yeah.
Sure, that you have some real skills. Blessed hands. Blessed hands. I understand we have some cookie shots too. Let's while we go through the cookie shots, I myself could I crack open this here, Joe?
Yeah, you can.
Let me deal with the little Easter cookie here. I love the packaging.
Thank you.
And this is of course in time for the Easter holiday.
Yes, it is.
Where can we get the cookies?
Well, I'm home-based, so you can contact me at 382-341010 or on social media, Greatest Creations by Joe. All, yeah.
Vanilla cookie?
Yes, it is it. Yes, on Facebook, Greatest Creations by Joe, TikTok, and also Instagram, same Greatest Creations by Joe.
Very light on the palate, not too sweet. Not sweet at all. Nice. I like it. So walk us through what we're seeing here. Oh, that's
so these are baby showers. This was for a wedding. Yeah. So because people give them as tokens as well.
Yes.
So this was for a token. This was baby shower.
Baby shower. Pretty bottle now. Oh.
This was for Easter last year. This was for a birthday. These are edible images. So you can have them on the cookie as well. All right, this was for Valentine's, tic-tac-toe, and emojis.
So let me ask, in terms of it's a home-based business, how do folks get the product? Do you have couriers taking the cookies, or you meet people in a particular location?
At the moment, I don't have any couriers, but my husband would deliver, or sometimes I meet up, or people collect them from home. I send my location, and they come and they collect it.
How much notice one needs to give you for, let's say, a big request? We see probably 20, 30 and more.
What cookies? Average like a week.
A week notice.
Most people would place an order like in advance, way in advance. Some people might try to come last minute. I would try to accommodate them, but no less than a week.
And of course, the cake, I guess, probably same timeline?
Yeah. Could be in advance. I try to say, 2 weeks in advance, but some people still come after, and I try to accommodate them.
Any specials in terms of the Easter for some of the treats? Because I recognize you have your stuff all packaged.
Packaged, right. So this package comes with 4 mini cookies with an activity card, actually, for $25.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And what does the activity card do, really? What's on this activity card?
Right. So one, we have a color by number. You can turn it around because it's a double-sided. There's a maze. There's another one with Easter egg hunt and tic-tac-toe. So there are two types.
Well, see, listen, let me tell you.
So
Julian is so amazing, right? Julian do a cross cookie, you know?
Cross cookie.
Julian, I'll guide this one, you know? Sorry, I'll guide this one. I'll go feel away. But again, is in keeping with the theme of the Easter. Oh my goodness, you see that? Actual cross, you know? Wow, then you have your Easter bunny. I had an Easter egg just now, and it's vanilla based. Really nice.
Yes, it is.
Really nice. So you've been more or less from 2017 to now, that's been the journey, and you continue to grow. Any plans to probably have a brick and mortar? What's the long game? What's your vision for the business?
Currently, Greatest Creations is part-time, as I have a full-time job. So I want to, in time to come, go full-time with Greatest Creations by Joe.
I think you could, you know.
Yeah.
Based on what I've seen, you've tapped into a real creative spark. You know, it's almost like you went into a portal and you found your passion, and now there is purpose to what you're doing, and the payment will come. And it's not always just about you know, monies and stuff. We're talking here that fulfillment. Look what you put up some of them cake again. I mean, you do a whole cake just now there with the Lego blocks. You see that?
Yeah. And this is just a few photos that I sent. I didn't want to flood too much, but it had more.
That is true.
You saw the book.
Wow. Could people request, like people who have particular requests with the actual cake, who might want you know, people have the different requests. You know, they want this, they want that. You could make the cake accordingly.
Yes, I can.
A cakesicle, you know, yes, I just know. You know.
Cakesicle, so that's like cake underneath, and it's dipped in chocolate. So there's a mold where you form the cake, and dip it in chocolate.
You ever got requests for bachelorettes? You know, some of the cake does get wild.
Not bachelorette, but there was one person in particular that ordered a novelty cake. So yeah, I do. I do.
I like it. So, a novelty cake. Yeah. Look at you smiling. You enjoy that one. Oh gosh.
So yeah, I get requests for it as well.
All right. Let's put your information out there again. Just give us all the numbers and all the socials.
Okay, contact number 382-3410, and I can be reached on Instagram, Greatest Creations by Joe, Facebook, Greatest Creations by Joe, and on TikTok also, same Greatest Creations by Joe.
Well, Joe, let me tell you, you're onto something tremendous. I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Great meeting you, great getting a sample. I think there's been one more request from the team. They're trying to find out something here. Let me just find out. Oh, nice. Yes. People want to know the cutoff point in terms of Easter, because you know, people get excited now. They want a sample. They want a sample, Joe.
This week is actually last week for taking orders.
Well, you know, the week coming so long. We have to this Friday. We have Saturday. We have Sunday. So.
Well, actually, that is this week, because Easter is next week. So yes, this weekend. This weekend, yeah.
So by what, Sunday? You could push till Monday.
I could try, yeah.
All right.
I can try.
We could try. We could try. Yeah. Because I mean, you have piqued many interest now, and people want to sample the cookies and most of the cake.
The cakes, yeah.
Yes. You never know. That's what you're here for. It's all about getting the word. Joe, all the best. Joe Matthews Mutro, touching base, the owner of Greatest Creations by Joe. You know, you're onto something tremendous, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Definitely. We come back with the housekeeping, social media details, and then later on we end with some music, taking us to the top at 8. See you soon.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
Jason has watched every World Cup from here, but not today. Because he made all his purchases with Visa and won a trip to the FIFA World Cup 2026. Whoever uses Visa most wins. Pay with Visa.
Okay, let me see you, Cherry Hill. Yeah, now take it back. Let me see you rock off, shake off. Let me see you rock off. Let me see you kick right. Now step forward, now step back.
Lucozade, bring the energy. Unbeatable taste, new look.
Shake off. Let me see you rock off.
From all over Trinidad and Tobago, Anil wrapping roti at lightning fast speed.
Sandra nailing every order in her hardware.
Lisa, who is in sync with style. There is no buffering at her boutique.
And Dr. Alex filling prescriptions with care. They're all part of the 5,000 strong businesses connected and growing with reliable, high-speed service from Amplia.
Now it's your turn.
Because with Amplia,
you're in good company. Amplia Business.
It's Jenny's exclusive Big Easter sale. Get 25% off everything store-wide. All departments, no exceptions. 25% off. Jenny's exclusive Easter sale. Jenny's, Princestown, San Fernando, Rio Claro, Gasparilla Mall, and M6 Plaza Chaguanas. Your low-price headquarters, Jenny's.
Some of us like to test limits, but there won't always be second chances. Obey the speed limits. Maybe you don't value your life, but others value theirs. A message from the TTPS.
Well, let's remind you of ways to connect with us, make the request to sit on the couch or to join me on the Zoom line. You're sending your email to tmb@cnc3.co.tt. Really simple, short, concise, to the point, and we will see you soon. That's right. Let's move across to our social media handles: Instagram, Facebook, and X. Active on the social media and also active via the mobile app, the #1 source for verified breaking news. And your content, it's there. Programming details, that's there. Everything you need to know, it's right there on the CNC3 mobile app. Let's head across to the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. 108 years of legacy with your new look and feel. And we are able to adapt, always agile. That's why you can enjoy the Guardian now on your laptop, your tablet, your smartphone when you visit guardian.co.tt. Get your subscription today. Let's move into our food for thought. It's as follows: believe you can, and you're halfway there. Again, believe you can, and you're halfway there. It's all about projection, positive thoughts that now will inform your actual behavior and action. So, well done. Let's see what's happening via our world weather app. Today is expected to be partly cloudy with breezy conditions. There is the low chance of an isolated shower. The maximum temperature in Trinidad is 31 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius in Tobago. Yes, that's how we're looking for the long weekend. Let's enjoy. Up next, jazzy gospel artists stepping in to touch base, tell us the latest, and to perform some new music. Again, it's Too Blessed. Jazzy, up next.
Can you do this?
My man, Andre.
Good night, Anthony.
7 years with the company, and we couldn't do it without Antoine.
Happy birthday, dear Alejandro. Happy birthday to you.
Who's Angelo?
We're like coworkers who don't forget your name.
I'm Angelo.
CG United. Good like that.
Is mealtime more of a chore than a cherished time? Does a lack of appetite keep your family, young and old, from getting the nourishment they need? Introducing Apetamin, the gentle, effective appetite stimulant designed for every age. Apetamin helps spark the natural desire to eat, turning hesitant nibbles into satisfying meals. Watch as food becomes exciting again, fueling growth, energy, and shared moments around the table. Give your body the gift of a joyful appetite. Find Apetamin in pharmacies nationwide.
Alejandro! What are you?
Don't miss the gripping drama Cabo. Sundays at 8 p.m. only on CNC3.
Some of us like to test limits, but there won't always be second chances. Obey the speed limits. Maybe you don't value your life, but others value theirs. A message from the TTPS.
Make sure you have yourself a great investment week by viewing The Boss Report every Monday morning at 6:15 a.m. during CNC3's The Morning Brew. You'll get sound financial advice, whether you're a new or experienced investor, when you view The Boss Report. CNC3, covering your world.
Well, let me tell you, Jazzy, too blessed joining me. We now actually reminiscing on some St. James days. St. James native, a man who has been involved in the music for many years, and he's coming to bless us going into a fantastic weekend, setting the tone, obviously, for not only the weekend, but for the rest of this month, next month, and the rest of the year, really. We need that healing right now, bro, Jazzy. Trust me, we're not timing here. Locally, regionally, and more so internationally, there is a major call for that healing, and obviously we need to be the change you want to see, and I think it starts with setting the mood around you, and the music plays such an important and integral part of that, bro. So respect, man. Thanks for bringing in some new product. What are we going to embrace today? Something new, right?
Yeah, something brand new music, entitled Too Blessed.
Too Blessed.
Yeah, it's a song about embracing the blessings of God.
Yes.
Giving him thanks, giving him praise. It's very celebratory as well. The blessing of the Lord make it rich and add it no sorrow.
Yeah.
So when it comes from him, I want us to reflect on all the blessings.
Yeah.
Sometimes you think just the material things.
Yeah.
We talk about what's happening in the world.
Yeah.
He gives us perfect peace. I remember a time in my life when, sometimes you're all over the place.
Yeah.
But God gives you that perfect peace that surpasses all understanding. You have joy, you have family. So this song really kind of challenges you or pushes you to celebrate those blessings.
How would you describe the genre we're about to embrace? Because it sounds very fusion-esque, if that's a word. I don't like to put music in the categories, but what's the genre, what you do here?
Well, of course, what we do is gospel music or Christian music, Christian art, and
in terms of the texture of the music, the sonics, I'm trying to figure out what it is. If it's pop, if it's fusion.
Right. So the texture, there are various textures, but this particular one is a sort of fusion with soca elements in it. So it's a very Caribbean base. There's gospel on the reggae gospel.
Yes.
Reggae hip hop.
Yeah.
All sorts of genres, the more poppy, contemporary style as well. But me as a Trinbagonian artist, I tend to use the genres that are familiar and that can speak to the culture of Trinbagonians while sharing the message. So the music is a medium or vehicle to carry a message. Any
plans to put some visuals on the music?
It's definitely. Right now, actually, a music video is out. It's out on YouTube. You could check it out. JAHZY Jazzy. Too Blessed. It was shot by KMY Films, known as DJ Komi. That's one of my DJ partners. He works with me as well, and he shot the music video. It's out right now. You could go get it. I would really love for people to get the music video visuals, because that kind of shares my heart behind the song as well. It was kind of shot close to Rosary Boys.
Okay.
I attended Rosary Boys as a young man, and the song kind of speaks or came from that place when I was young. Though I didn't totally sold out my life to Christ, I felt a strong sense of awe for God in school. Rosary here and the hymns, going to church and just feeling the presence of God. I wanted to take it back to that space. So one of the lines in the song is, I young and running this thing down all over, but Jesus Christ come in my life, say he will take over. So I took it back to my younger days when I felt Christ initially in a real powerful way, and I wanted to share that visually as well.
Well done. We will get a chance now to take in the music. It's Too Blessed, Jazzy in the building, and we come back and touch base some more, find out where we can get the music, all the socials, and just all our vibes until 8 o'clock. Jazzy in the building, Morning Brew. Enjoy.
Get up today. him this thing down all over. But Jesus Christ come in my life, say he will take over. I know the plans I have for you is a bright future. Come and see what Christ do for me. Since he came in, Jesus saved me. So my hands raising, and I don't want it come down. It could never come down because I am too blessed. Trinidad we too blessed. Since Jesus Christ come in my life, look it turn it around. Because I am too blessed, in him I find true rest. Since I find the sun is blessed like rain. Hey, I now get a blessing day. Look, another blessing day. Blessing overtaking me. I love for your blessing day. I now get a blessing day. Look, another blessing day. Trinidad and Tobago, give me a little wave right now. I love for your blessing. Since he came in, Jesus saved me. So my hands raised. I am too blessed, too blessed. Since Jesus Christ come in my life, look it turn it around. Because I am too blessed, in him I find true rest. Since I find the sun is blessing like rain. Come on, now just take a little jump now. Come on, now just take a little jump now. Take a little dance now. Take a little wave now. Take a little dance now. Telling them take a little dance now. Sing a little praise now. Sing a little praise now, because I am too blessed, too blessed. Since Jesus Christ come in my life, look it turn it around. Because I am too blessed, Trinidad me true rest. Since Jesus Christ, sun is blessing like rain. Hey, look another blessing day. Blessing over, taking me. I love for you, blessing me. Blessing over, taking me. Because I am too blessed. Clap now. Too blessed. Because I am too blessed. Because I am too blessed. Because I am too blessed. Sing this one from the depths of your heart and declare. Declaration. Too blessed. Too blessed. Because I am too blessed. Too blessed. Too blessed. Trinidad. Too blessed. Tobago, yeah. Everybody, CNC3.
Too blessed, man. Too blessed. Jazzy is in the building. Jazzy, how could we, I don't know, obviously, YouTube, the videos there, but in terms of streams, finding you, bookings, the whole 9 yards, give me the details.
Yeah, so you can check me out on social media at Jazzy the Voice, Jahzy the Voice, Jahzy the Voice. We're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we are on YouTube, as you said, Facebook as well. And right now the song is out on all digital platforms. So those of you that like Apple Music, Spotify, it's out right now on all digital platforms for streaming and download. Of course, we appreciate the support as artists here in Trinidad and Tobago. When people go stream our music, it's a real blessing. So you could go check it out on one of those various platforms, and of course check out the music video on YouTube. As for bookings, you can get me on email at Jahzy the Voice, Jahzy the Voice @gmail.com.
What's the history behind the name Jazzy itself?
Well, my real name, biblical name, Jahziel. That's my name from birth. Yeah. Jahziel, and since growing up, everybody just Jazzy for short.
To shorten it. Yeah. So you were Jazzy even before the music.
That's it. That's it right there.
Wow. That is powerful. That's almost like it was preordained. Preordained. And it's a powerful name.
Term, yeah.
You know, Jazzy. People might see Jazzy and feel it's a reggae man too, and I feel like, but as you said, it have gospel, soca, gospel, reggae, full works, right?
And it's funny that you say reggae. A lot of my content before this one, reggae, one called Favor and Angels and one called Hallow His Name. And Prepare, you can check that out as well on the YouTube. Some solid gospel reggae out there as well.
Good vibes, man. Good good vibes. So again, check out Jazzy on all the socials. Of course, we have all the booking information as you would have mentioned. And the video is out, the visuals out. And when it's nice, Jazzy, normally on the show we do it twice. We usually start it and end it with the actual song. So by all means, we're going to do that again. We want to wish everyone a tremendous long weekend. All the best. Be safe. We're actually back on Monday for the holiday for just 1 hour. So I'll be here from 6 to 7. And then there's going to be another long weekend because out of the Spiritual Baptist Holiday Liberation Day on Monday, there's going to be now the Easter weekend, the following weekend. I think Trinidad, Jazzy, how about 14 holidays this year, you know.
And that's, if you think about it, it's 3 long weekends back to back to back.
That is right.
So you're triply blessed.
Listen, we're too blessed. We're too blessed in this place. Oh my goodness. We're going to take you out in style, Jazzy, again. Too blessed. Have a great weekend, TNT. See you next week, Godspeed. Let's go, Jazzy. One more time, man.
Let's go. Good morning to everyone locked in, and of course, all those on the World Wide Web. Blessings to you. Blessings be upon you and your family. Blessings be upon your household. Jesus is with you, even until the very end.
Too blessed, too blessed, too blessed, true rest, true rest. In Him we find true rest. Too blessed, too blessed. I young and running this thing down all over. But Jesus Christ come in my life, say He will take over. I know the plans I have for you is a bright future. Come and see what Christ do for me. Since He came in, Jesus saved me. So my hands raising, and I don't want it come down. It could never come down because I am too blessed, too blessed. Since Jesus Christ come in my life, look it turning around because I am too blessed. And if I find true rest, since I find the sun is blessing like rain, hey, I know get a blessing day. Look another blessing day. Blessing overtaking me. I love how you're blessing me. I know get a blessing day. Look another blessing day. Blessing overtaking me. I love how you're blessing me. Since He came in, Jesus saved me. So my hands raising
and bless me.
And I don't want it.
And He can do the same for you.
It could never go because I am too blessed, too blessed. Since Jesus Christ come in my life, look it turning around because I am too blessed. And then me find true rest.
He says, come on to me, all you have here, I will give you rest.
Come on and just take a little jump now. Come on and just take a little jump now. Take a little wave now. Take a little wave now. Take a little dance now.
Dance before the Lord.
Take a little dance now. Sing a little praise now. Sing a little praise now because I am too blessed. Too blessed. Declare. Since Jesus Christ come in my life, look it turning around because I am too blessed. In Him me find true rest. Since I find the sun is blessing like rain. Hey, look another blessing day. Blessing over, blessing over, blessing over, taking me. I love for you, I love for you, I love for you. Blessing me, blessing over.
You're watching CNC3. As an affiliate of CNN International, we now join their current programming.
Let me see the driver. Let me